Hello friends, welcome to the platform of Darshanik IAS. This is Akshay Kadam. So guys, today on this platform of Darshanik IAS, we are going to discuss one concept from Gandhian ethics. So in Gandhian ethics, there are a lot of important ideas that you can use in your ethics paper. Even you can use those ideas in your essay paper. So especially in ethics paper under normative ethics, there are branches of ethical reasoning. And under normative ethics, branches of ethical reasoning, one important branch is deontology. And under deontology, one of the important thinker is Mahatma Gandhi. So Bhagavad Gita ethics, Gandhian ethics, and Immanuel Kant's Kantian ethics and his idea of categorical imperative all come under the deontological ethics. Okay. So in my app classes on Darshanik IAS app platform, I will be discussing this Gandhian ethics in very depth. There I will be discussing all these deontological ideas along with ideas of related to Swaraj, village republic, legality, morality, and many more complex concepts of Gandhi are there that we'll discuss there. But now I am going to discuss with you one concept from Gandhian ethics that you can use in your ethics paper answer writing. That is concept of a 7 social sins or roots of violence, okay, or dangers to human virtues. And in many state services exam, they directly give you the question, okay, write a short note on 7 social sins advocated by Gandhi, okay, like that, or what are the roots of violence according to Gandhi, or what are the dangers to human virtue. And in ethics paper, there might come question, okay, that what are the dangers to human virtue, what can deviate people from virtuous character, etc. So, वहाँ पे भी to write that answer, you can use the help of this concept that Gandhi advocated. So, in this 7 social sins concept, okay, there are 7 social sins, that is wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, business without ethics or commerce without morality, science without humanity, religion without sacrifice, and politics without principles. Now, I have already recorded lectures on science without humanity and business without ethics on these 2. So, check them out, and I will also be recording lectures on all other sins. So, in this lecture, we will be discussing one important concept, that is politics without principles. So, politics without principle is sin, is a very important idea, because today you see in this in India, especially, this has become very big crisis issue. There is hardly any political ideology left, and there is also one political joke that in India we are neither leftist nor rightist nor conservative nor republic nor democrat. Okay, in India, we are simply opportunist, and that kind of political ideology that is there, and that's why this concept is very important considering today's political scenario. So, politics without principle, what Gandhi advocated is sin. Why this idea become very applicable or relevant in today's context. And all these things that you are seeing in Indian politics, forming pre-poll alliances, then breaking those alliances, forming post-poll alliances, okay, or after election, leaving the party and joining the another political party, or breaking up the political parties, etc., against or misusing the loopholes of anti-defection law, etc. So, these all things are going on, and most of these things are legal also. For example, India's first past the post system, okay, or breaking pre-poll alliances and forming post-poll alliances, there is no such a law in India as of now declaring it illegal. So, all these things that are happening in Indian politics, all this political shamelessness that is going on is totally legal. Okay, Supreme Court is hearing a lot of those cases, but before Supreme Court gives any verdict on that, as of now, all this political shamelessness, what is happening in Maharashtra or happen in Bihar, etc., this is all legal. But guys, there is a difference between legality and morality. Okay, everything is legal doesn't make it a moral. Okay, or something is immoral doesn't make it a illegal. Okay, so this legality, morality, there is a huge gap. I will be recording one small lecture discussing this topic of legality, morality, what Gandhi called Dharma Rajya concept, that foundation of state should not be a legal law but also moral law. But related to that concept is this politics without principles, because all these things that are happening in Indian politics now, okay, are legal, but they don't have any political ideology, political principles involved. Okay, and politics with principle is something, a concept, okay, that is already discussed many years back, centuries back, even in India and as well as in Western philosophy. And that related concept is what I call the Plato's idea of philosopher king. that philosopher should be like king and king should be like philosopher. I have recorded one lecture on that. You check out that video also. And same concept that in Maharashtra, in India, the Chanakya used as a Raja Rishi. Raja should be like Rishi, okay, living embodiment of morality, law, etc. And same way, I gave you in that recording one example from Maharashtra, that is Shivaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who is called, okay, Shriman Yogi, that is gentleman who is like a yoga purush. So that kind of idea, these ideas, what they are advocating, that politics should be done by such a political leaders who are embodiment of the law, ethics, morality. They only live or decision they take on duty. Every decision should be backed by a strong moral conscience. Okay, and that's why politics without principle, what Gandhi said, is sin. And all these political leaders should be a living embodiment of morality, law, etc. They should not even crave power, political power. And if they don't crave political power, okay, one who doesn't desire power is best fit to rule. जो प्लेटो का statement था. So one who doesn't desire power is best fit to rule. So same way, politics without principle में, if such a people come to rule who don't desire power, they will never misuse power. And who can else be the best example of this? Okay, is Mahatma Gandhi. So a lot of students ask why Mahatma Gandhi made did not make Patel first prime minister, why he made Nehru first prime minister. So simply guys, okay, that means you agree that Gandhi has so much of power that he can choose, okay, India's first PM. And so if he had so much power, then he would have also said, or he could have said, that I will be the first PM. Okay, पहला PM मैं ही बनूंगा. But forget about PM president or a minister or governor or any other post. Gandhi wasn't even MLA or Sarpanch. He never desired any post. His only aim was to create this humanitarian society. The kind of society where every human being treats other human being with the dignity. So I generally tell, to study Gandhian ideology, you need to remember two statements, very important statements. Okay, in Marathi, there is one song also on that line. But वही statement that मानसाने मानसाशी मानसासम वागणे, इंसान इंसान से इंसानियत से पेश आए. And that's what Gandhi entirely wanted in his life, to create such a political structure, administrative structure, where this thing will get realized. And मनुष्य साधन नहीं साध्य है. So all this politics as an institution, administration as an institution, should not treat human being as a sadhan, a means for an end, but human being is an end in itself. Okay, so मनुष्य साधन नहीं साध्य है. So that entire system that only Gandhi wanted to create, he never desired, craved for any political power. And such a people actually are best fit to rule, govern, what Plato said. So politics without principle is sin. और उसका और एक example to give you the basic example what it means to run a politics with principle. Okay, now when Nehru was campaigning for India's first election of 1952, in Madhya Pradesh there is one constituency, Rewa, and in that constituency there was some MP, Janardhan Singh or something, I don't recall his name correctly. He was fighting the election. Congress party's ticket he got. And now forms have been filled, more campaigning was going on, and soon election was there. And he invited Nehru, arranged a big political rally where Nehru came to address this political rally and do a campaign in support of that Singh, that guy, that fellow. And when Nehru was giving the speech on a stage, Nehru's secretary came and gave him a letter, a small sheet, and in which it was written that this Janardhan Singh or whoever that guy or fellow was, has been found guilty of corruption in district court, dhokadhadi, corruption, 420, some charges, and now he is out on a bail and he has applied to a high court against the district court's verdict. Now when this has been told to Nehru, Nehru's next statement in that speech on that political platform was, इस आदमी को हमारा टिकट गलती से मिला, इसको कोई भी वोट मत करना. और इतना बोल के नेहरू walked off the stage and people then defeated that guy. Okay, so it doesn't matter person was of his own political party, Nehru did not compromise with the political principles. Okay, Nehru did not send, forget about this, even for opposition, he has an extreme tolerance, respect. When Kennedy came to India, that time from Janata Paksha government, first time Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who won the election against Congress, okay, but Nehru introduced him to Kennedy that meet future Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So that tolerance, the respect that Nehru had in the politics for political ideologies or entire political functioning of the country, that's what we call politics with principles. Okay, he did not send ED ka team to raid Atal Bihari Vajpayee or some other people who got elected from different political parties. He even introduced Kennedy to an communist MP who fought against Congress and won from Kerala. And he introduced him that meet our communist MP. Now Kennedy, being an American, was very aversive to communist politics. So he just looked at Nehru and he was shocked. He just looked, and then Nehru smiled and replied that you have put up your communist into jail. I have put up my communist into parliament. So jo bhi karna hai, not street pe, no revolution on the street. Whatever you want to do, go to the people, face the people, put your agenda, get the votes, get elected, come to the parliament and do whatever politics you want on the floor of the house, not on the streets. Okay. So then Nehru did not misuse these agencies, okay, ED, CBI or whatever he had at his disposal, okay, to send them to those candidates who got elected from opposite political parties. Okay, Nehru was an embodiment of this politics with principles. So why we need this politics with principle? We'll go in detail of this idea more. And this politics with principle doesn't mean that politics with principle means only you need to be a political leader. You can use this concept as IAS, IPS. You should also be, as IAS, IPS, administrator with principles. So you can just twist little bit of this idea and use in your case studies also. As a bureaucrat, you should be bureaucrat or administrator with principles. Okay. So Gandhi believed in the need of politics with conscience. Okay, politics with conscience, and leader must become accountable to people, which can only happen if they have strong political character. So Gandhi was always discussed or always talked about politics infused with extreme moral conscience, morality. Even in his Swarajya idea, one of the pillar of Swaraj was Dharma Rajya. That foundation of state, I told you, should not be only legality but morality. Everything that is happening in the country should not only be legal, should also be moral. And that can only happen if those governing or taking administration politics are people with conscience, with morality. And so leaders must become accountable to people, which can happen only if they have strong political character, principles. So politics without principle is source of all ills in Indian society. Okay, all that is happening today, corruption in politics, politicization of crime, criminalization of politics, etc. Okay, this breaking pre-poll alliances, forming post-poll alliances, because we vote to such a people, okay, who have no relation with the political ideologies. All their aim, relation was to stay in the power somehow. So they have very flexible political opinions. From leftist, they will suddenly go to the rightist. Or even in India, we have such a political atmosphere where leftist can form a government with the rightist and run the country. When Atal Bihari government was running, leftist and rightist, okay, were together in running the country. So such a kind of combinations can also exist. Okay, in Maharashtra also, Congress formed government, which is a secular party with the rightist political party. So without any political ideologies, these people coming together is a very problematic scenario in India, and that's because the people we elect, most of them uneducated or had no relation with political ideology. Largely, okay, they have only one aim or goal to be in politics, to stay in power and abuse the power. And so Gandhi's idea of politics without principle includes in it idea of philosopher king. Okay, so that's what Gandhi was advocating, that every person should be like a philosopher king. Okay, and if philosopher king are there, obviously they will do their all politics with extreme conscience and politics with principles. So Gandhi believed we should be governed by a person who embodies the law. Okay, he represents the law. Okay, lawmaker should have utmost respect for the laws he is making. Okay, and all politicians must bow down to the political principles of morality. And all these political principles of morality, they should adhere to very strongly. Now, Ambedkar, when he created a constitution, Okay, he drafted and played a very important role as a chairman of that drafting committee. Now, when he drafted that constitution and entire constitution has been completed, he was asked how good this constitution has been made. Now, someone as a chairman who invested 3-4 years in making the constitution would definitely say that it is very awesome constitution. अब आप मुझे पूछोगे कि आपके लेक्चर कैसे हैं, ओके, मैं तो खुद बोलूंगा नहीं बहुत अच्छे लेक्चर है, आपको बहुत काम आएंगे आंसर राइटिंग या सारे पेपर्स में. So obviously I will talk good about myself. Okay, so when Ambedkar was asked this question, he would have said it is the best constitution in the world, it is the best constitution ever made, or it is perfect constitution, and so and so. But instead of that, Ambedkar's reply was not exactly in his words, but his reply or context was that doesn't matter how good constitution is. Okay, if people running it are bad, okay, then there will be very bad governance, because they will only find loophole in constitution and will exploit those loopholes and will misuse the power, abuse the power the way they want. And he said, and doesn't matter how bad constitution is, but if people running it are good, then they will never look for the loopholes. Rather, they will try to ensure how best we can get out of this constitution, how we can ensure the welfare state, how we can ensure the equality and equity, how we can ensure the good governance. They will only think about doing best out of that constitution. And so, even Ambedkar was saying, okay, more than constitution, those who are running it is very important. So his focus, his angle, if we interlink with the Gandhian concept, then he was also saying that politicians who will be running this constitution tomorrow, the bureaucrats who will be running this constitution tomorrow, should have very strong political principles, or should be very strongly believe in constitution or constitutional morality, the concept that he gave. And not only political leaders, even a public, Ambedkar said, okay, should have a very strong public conscience to believe in constitution principles and fight for those principles democratically. If something goes wrong against the constitution, okay, their constitutional morality should rise, should create this anger in them, should agitate them to fight democratically, politically against all these unconstitutional methods. So not only he talked about politics with principle for politicians and bureaucrats, but he also gave concept of public conscience, okay, public morality, that people should have constitutional morality to ensure good governance out of this constitution. So it is very, very important concept that you can use in multiple points, case studies, or in answer writing in your ethics paper. So thanks for listening, guys, and check out my other videos also. Stay tuned to my Darshanik IAS channel, and please like, subscribe and share with your friends, help me grow. And also stay tuned to my UPSC Ethics 4 channel, where I will be uploading these notes, where you can get it downloaded and you will get the updates there. And also download my app from Google Play App Store. Soon there I will be launching my full-fledged ethics course and full-fledged essay courses that you can take help of. And those courses, as I told you, will be the one-stop solution for all your essay and ethics paper needs for UPSC as well as state service exams. You don't have to study anything else other than those notes. So thanks for listening, guys, and stay tuned.